What's up, y'all? I got you back out here in the garage for another interesting video. Y'all know if I do anything that's not directly firearm related, I do try to keep it to something at least that I can use or I think y'all can use. And this right here is without a doubt something that everybody can use, and I have already put to a lot of use. What we're looking at here is the Oupes Exodus 2400 portable power station. This is their 2400 watt pure sine wave inverter. It's got a 2232 watt hour lithium iron phosphate battery in it, 2600 watt boost mode also, and it claims the 4500 watt surge. I don't want to bore you to death with all the technical mumbo jumbo, but that's the basics of it. You get 3500 cycles or 10 years life on this lithium iron phosphate battery, and I would say even after 10 years you probably just get diminished capacity, diminished runtime, and not a total shutdown of it. You got 13 different outputs on this thing, 4 AC 20 amp 120 volt there. You've got 6 DC right here with 4 USB A and 2 USB C 140 watt power delivery ports, and then you've got the 12 volt DC out here with the car adapter and the two 5.5 millimeter 12 volt DC. This thing also has the ability to be used as a UPS, a backup battery system, so less than 20 millisecond switch over to that. It also has 4 different ways to charge it, so you can charge it with AC from your house, from the landline here. 1400 watts charging ability on a fast charge. You can switch it between 1400 and 700. I've got it on 1400 and it's been okay. Really the only reason that I would personally say to bump it down is if you've on a circuit in your house or wherever you're charging from that might trip the breaker on. So you can go up to 1400 watts charge, and that means you can go from 0 to 100 on this battery in an hour and a half. That's incredibly nice fast charging. You can also charge it from the car here using the outlet on the back. I believe those are called Anderson connections. I think they're pretty standard, so you can do the car charging and you can do solar charging, which I'll show you here in a second. Now for the car charging, I can show you the adapter here. There's your adapter. It comes with this, and then the solar panel, I'll show you that here in a second, or I'll go ahead and show you now. So it comes with this adapter right here, and you can plug it into just a standard solar panel connection. So then obviously the third way of charging it is from solar. Now it doesn't come with a solar panel, so that's optional. You can get just any standard connection solar panel. That one's 240 watts. You can go up to 800 watts solar charging. So that is literally free power if you have this thing somewhere set up with that solar system. And then the fourth way to charge it, which is just basically a combo of the AC landline and solar, you can combine those for up to 2200 watts charging for super fast charging. Now as far as what this can run, it can handle pretty much any appliance you've got in your house. I mean, your fridge, your TV, modems, computers, cable boxes, any of that stuff, absolutely zero problem. As far as the runtime, now you're talking about hours, several hours, many hours for some things, but something like a fridge, you're talking several hours for a fridge. So I'll leave something on the screen here to show all kind of like a little quick view of the hours that they claim for this stuff, but it's really nice, the runtime. And again, just about anything in your house you can power with this thing. But let me just show you a few examples. So to power this thing on here, you hold the power button, your screen will come on. That's showing you your capacity of the battery. So I'm at 93 now. I've had this for about 3 weeks now. I've run it down, recharged it up and down a couple of different times. That just happens to be what I left it at right now. Right now I'm actually got some stuff plugged in here. So I've got my GoPro battery. I've got a couple of lights charging up here on this strip, a few lights, 3 lights here. I've got another light plugged in here through USB and my phone. So what you do after you turn the main power, you can actually turn on and off these separate banks. So let's turn this DC, the USB bank on over here, and then it'll immediately show you what you're drawing as far as watts. So you always get a little bit of a spike and then it'll settle down there. So 18 watts is what we're drawing And with this stuff right here, and it's going down a little bit even, 38 hours. I mean, we could run that continuously for 38 hours. So stuff like this obviously is no problem. Cell phones, laptops, camera batteries, I mean, chargers, any kind of chargers for any kind of batteries, absolutely no sweat at all for this thing. And then from there, we'll plug in something that's pretty common, I would say, a desk fan here. Now, this is just your normal size desk fan. Obviously, it's not super powerful, but we'll turn the AC on there and we'll just bump it all the way on up to 3. It takes, well, I beat it before it cut on there. So we on now, got all that USB running. I've got my fan on full power. So that's saying I've got 19 hours right there, continuous running. So again, very nice. And this is not charging. So you can have the solar inputting at the same time, or the AC. You can use this as a pass through and be charging at the same time. I'll actually show you how that works here. So there, I just plugged it in. Behind it, I had to move things. So it's showing the input and output. So my input should go on up. I'm guessing it fast charges even when it's got a draw on it. So we should see that gradually climb up to 1400. I've noticed that every time I've charged, it's done a little gradual climb. I guess just to not put a big shock on the system. It may, well, no, I was going to say it may stop at 700 with the load, but it's not. So it's going to go to 1400. So like I say, I mean, right now it's on a pass through. So you can see 99 hours. It's not using any of this for any of this stuff right now. It's running all on the landline. So luckily I'm not tripping a breaker out here, because all of this stuff is on one circuit on my garage. So that's how your backup comes in though, because if that was to, or if you was to lose power here, so we unplugged that, and as you can see, I didn't lose anything. Instant. Very nice right there. So let's keep it going with a couple other things here. This would be something you're very likely to want power for out in the field, charging up your DeWalt power tool battery. So we bumped that up there. Now you see we're starting to draw some wattage there now. So 100 watts coming out right now. Let's plug in the Dremel battery. See how many more the Dremel. The Dremel drew another 25 watts, looks like. So we're at 12 hours now. We're 12 hours. We could run all this continuously. These batteries would be charged way before 12 hours, as long as and as well as all this stuff. So that shows you this thing is very nice. It's not the biggest battery in the world, but it's big enough. It's just a perfect size to be portable and for a backup. You've got the handles on it. Now, it's not super light. It's right about 45 pounds. I think 45.2 is what they claim, but I can carry it around no problem. And if you can't really manage to carry it and put it in places, they do have a little rolling kind of cart thing for it. And since we've got one more 120 volt outlet here, let's go on and use it up. That little desk fan, I mean, it ain't tiny. It's a decent sized desk fan, but we all know we want big fans if we're hot out in the woods. So we got this big one right here. Let's bump it all the way up. Big jolt of power to take off there. And now you see you start using some juice here. It should calm down a little bit, but it looks like we're at about 6 hours on that. So still, that's really nice, because again, we're constantly charging both of these batteries, all of these lights, that fan running, this big fan running. I think this thing is really nice. All right, all of that stuff at once is a pretty decent load on this thing, but anybody who's used these power stations or any kind of power that requires, you know, any kind of grunt behind it knows that these portable heaters are the test, buddy, especially these little cheap, just coil heaters. This is 1500 watts. I mean, that draws 1500 watts by itself, and it's gonna probably draw more than that at startup. So let's say it's wintertime and it ain't, we don't need fans, we need heaters, but we still need to power up some stuff to get some things built. We still need to charge all this other stuff. So we're running on 88 right now. Now, let me show you right here. Now we're gonna take a hit right here for sure. There's absolutely no doubt. So I'm gonna turn it on. So the thing to keep in mind here, I'm gonna pump the heat. Now right now, this is something to keep in mind too. Let me just go and show you, boom. I'm gonna turn the coils there. We got the thermostat. So this thing's got a thermostat. It's, you know, cycles by itself or whatever automatically. So now you can hear you getting a load on it. This thing has built-in fans in it, so it keeps itself cooled down. You can see what we're spiking to here. What did I say that was, 1500? I think I said, yeah, 1500 on that. So it'll calm back down though, you can see there. It should settle down. and then we'll see what it says. But you can see now, I mean, if that constantly run that and all of this, it's saying about an hour. So you can tell once you start putting something like that on it. But the thing to keep in mind again is you're going to be running this thermostat, and unless you need it completely wide open, when the coils turn off, see, now the fan's still running. Y'all know how a heater works. The coils are off, so now you're back to 14 hours. So you can kind of split the difference right there. But let's say we're super, I mean, it's super cold. We need that thing running. Let's let it calm down a little bit here. Let it get settled in. And I'm gonna show you if you had to run another one. Now, I'll tell you right now, if I turn another 1500 watt, 1800 watt heater on out here in my garage on the same circuit as all my other stuff normally, it trips my breaker out here. So that'll show you how tough this thing is. Now, I don't have my other heaters put up, but I'm gonna use this heat gun instead. This thing is, how many watts is this? I believe this thing's right on up there with that. Yeah, 1200 watts. This thing's 1200 watts. So it's basically another heater right here. So we got that one running now. Keep in mind again, this is on full heating element, full heat, wide open, all the way turned up. So now if we're still cold and we got to turn another one on, there's low and there's high. So there's the other 1200 watts. That's two of those basically coil heaters running right there. I mean, we're still 38 minutes. And again, we would be cycling on and off the thermostat. These would finish charging, the lights would finish charging. So even all that being considered, I think that's incredible to be running all this and not skipping a beat, because those heaters are really testing stuff. And then of course, once we get all heated up wherever we're at and cut those off, we're back to 37 hours. Not to mention again, the fact that we could be continuously getting some solar charge. So that's basically what you're looking at if you don't take the solar into consideration. You're charging with your landline. Even then, this is an incredibly nice power station. And during these Amazon Prime days that are coming up, I'm not sure when this video is dropping, but I would definitely suggest waiting until the Prime days start, because this thing can be had for $6.99, which yes, is a big chunk of change, but that's a very nice deal for a nice power station like this. But let me take you outside and give you a really quick demo of what the charging looks like from the solar station, and then we'll wrap it up. This is what they look like when you get them folded out here. So those little tabs y'all saw, those are little legs. That middle one's hidden, of course. They're all snapped close, so they're not flopping around. And then there you can see the face of your solar panel. So it's an array of 4 panels, 240 watts total. Now, as y'all know, anybody that knows anything about solar panels know you never get full wattage. It's always a certain percentage of efficiency. And then of course, over here in the shade, I've got my fan still set up. I've still got my couple batteries charging, because it'd be like something normal out here in the middle of wherever with no power. Still got my phone, because we'd all want that. You can see what I've got going here. As far as the output, 191 watts. Input is fluctuating right around 160 in the full sun. Now, of course, the bad part about solar is everybody knows when the clouds cover the sun, it's going to drop down drastically. But 160 watts, like for instance, if I didn't charge these batteries, I mean, look at that. We're inputting more than we're outputting, running this big, nice fan and charging my phone 99 hours on, well, we would never run down. It's 99 is what this thing tops out. So we're literally getting more power from one set of solar panels. And again, you can put up to 800 watts worth of solar panels. So there you go, y'all, the Oupes 2400 watt portable power station. I think this is an incredibly useful piece of gear, probably the most useful piece of non-firearm gear that I have reviewed so far. I put it to tons of use out there at my range, out here doing my RC car stuff to charge up the batteries. No worry at all with the wattage that those things take. You could use it for obviously backup power at your house here, camping out there in an outdoor range if you don't have power, or if you don't want to run a cord to where power might be. Just all kinds of uses for a power station like this. But again, I will leave an Amazon affiliate link down below if y'all want to pick one of these up or check some of the rest of the specs out. This thing also has an app. I don't know if I've mentioned that. It's got Bluetooth and wireless. So you've got an app. You can adjust some of the settings as far as your power, timeout settings, stuff like that. So again, I think it's just an incredibly cool piece of gear. I appreciate the heck out of all my range gang members and every single one of y'all for supporting the channel. I've got some really good stuff on the way, so make sure you stay on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.